I think this is one of those places that people imagine is only worth visiting if you have a drone. But then, when you're there, it just blows your mind.
This place is actually so cool. Let me show you where I'm looking at right now.
I am traveling to Osterøy to hike the famous Kossdalssvingane. Along the way, I'll be meeting up with friends to learn more about this island, making this into a 2-day adventure.
Can you imagine having this as your office view? So I can't lie, I'm having a pretty good time right now. Alright, here we go.
This is Bergen, the second largest city in Norway and the start of this adventure. I am traveling just outside of the city to Osterøy, also known as the Green Island and the home of Kossdalssvingane.
So I have to say one thing that actually is bad about Norway. It takes a while from getting from A to B, and not because of the roads, but because every 10 minutes you see places like this and you have to stop. Where am I going? Like, how is this just on the side of the road? So what am I doing today? So the plan is to show you guys Kossdalssvingane, but while I'm here in Osterøy, I thought let's make it a 2-day adventure.
And what better way to start the trip than to visit a local brewery with a fascinating history? That is, of course, if I ever make it there before nightfall.
Like, how do people drive in this place? Because every 2 seconds I have to stop. Because look, this is just on the side of the road. Why is this bike just standing here on the road? What is going on? Like, who made this? Osterøy, already, you have my attention. So this castle-looking thing behind me is actually my hotel where I'm staying tonight. It is called Fjords, which basically means Fjord Castle. So I'm leaving my car behind here, and Andreas at the brewery is going to pick me up. So I made it to Tøsse Brygghus, and even though this is recently opened, it has a lot of history.
This is Andreas, and he is the brewery master here at Tøsse Brygghus.
A brewmaster is actually a janitor who brews on occasion.
Tøsse Brygghus is located on the fjord in the historic Tøsse Mølle, a mill that has been in operation since 1866. Using water from the surrounding mountains and oats produced on site, they craft beers that are rooted in tradition and local flavors.
So I can't lie, I'm having a pretty good time right now. Fantastic, so fresh. Andreas, your favorite beer is this last one? An IPA. Oster IPA. Here we go. That is amazing. Just probably one of the best beers I've ever had, actually. And I don't say that lightly. Okay, Andreas, how can people actually experience this for themselves?
We take bookings for beer tasting and a bit of food in the brewery. So just check it out on tossebrygghus.no.
Links down below. It is time to head back to my hotel and check in. But this place, like, seriously, this is highly recommended. Yes, the beer was absolutely amazing. Andreas was just, he's so talented, so skillful, and he knows exactly what he does. So we're back at the hotel, but on the way back, I actually realized something because I asked Andreas about the place I visited earlier, you know, with the bikes and everything, and he actually said that it is his grandfather who makes it.
I think his idea is that in his older days he needs to be physically active. I think it's one of his big hobbies. That, planting plants and chopping wood.
So I just checked into the hotel, and I also made a reservation for dinner at, about an hour. So I thought I might as well go for a swim. I mean, it's not the Hollywood sign, but it's pretty close. Fjords. This place is called Fjords. And this is where I'm having a swim. So I got this entire room for myself. Feeling like a king over here in the castle, in the Fjord castle. Like everything in this hotel, it was amazing. I am having a good time. I am having a good time. It's almost 9 and I just had to come down here after dinner, even though I'm so full right now. But I just had to look at this view one more time before going to bed. So good night from Fjords, and what a day. Tomorrow is going to be great as well. Good morning. There you go. So I just woke up and it is looking beautiful outside. But I did have a look at the forecast and it does not look good. It is supposed to rain a lot, but nevertheless, we're hiking Kossdalssvingane either way. It's like we say in Norway, there is no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. Okay, so we need to talk. You know, the thing I said about, weather and there's no such thing as bad weather, that is still very much true. Nothing has changed. Still true. But I do find it necessary to make a slight adjustment to the plan. So that is why I am back in Osterøy and the sun is shining. Okay, so first of all, if you are planning to do this hike, Kossdalssvingane, and you have a car, you shouldn't add Kossdalssvingane in your Google Maps or something. Use Hosanger. So Hosanger is the little village where the hike starts. And if you type in Kossdalssvingane, you might end up at the other side of this mountain. So depending on if you travel by car or by bus, the hike starts from 2 different places. So if you have access to a car, this is the start of the hike. And if you come by bus, you will start in Hosanger and follow the signs along the way. The hike to Kossdalssvingane is fairly short, only around 3 kilometers one way. Even though you are walking on a gravel road the entire time, the nature around you is just so stunning.
The hike takes you along a historic road built in the late 19th century. Even though it has become more popular recently, after photos and videos have gone viral on the internet, it is still for many a hidden gem for both visitors and Norwegians.
Okay, so we're not there yet. We are about 2 kilometers, and the winding roads, Kossdalssvingane, they're just up ahead. But look at this water, it is so calm. It's pretty hard to tell, but this was actually the main road back in the days, from Kossdalssvingane to Lornevåg. You aren't allowed to drive on this road, for obvious reasons. But what you can do is you can rent a bike in Kossdalssvingane and then bike up and down. Just make sure to test the brakes before going down, because it's pretty steep. Alright, so here we are. Kossdalssvingane is just around that corner. So I just had to stop here and catch my breath, because the climb up here is on average 27%, so it's pretty steep, but the view already is beautiful. All right, here we go. Did I mention that it was steep? Yeah, it's pretty steep. Can you imagine actually doing this on a bike? I'm pretty sure going down, it's all right. I'm a bit more skeptical of going up. Look at this. So cool. This place is actually so cool. Let me show you where I'm looking at right now.
When you reach the top, most people take a photo from the plateau.
You actually will get the best picture further down here. So it's time to head back down. But I have one more tip for you, and it is arguably the best one. And it is not something you have to do here, but it's something you have to do after the hike. After a hike, and it doesn't matter how long the hike is, one thing that you just have to do is to go have a swim. This I have been looking forward to all day.
This is the beautiful Fjord floating sauna, which is run by the passionate Lars Magne and his wife and family. Along with the sauna, they operate Den Grønne Fabrikken, or the Green Factory, a creative hub with art gallery, workshops and yoga retreats. And the floating sauna is the perfect place to end your day and think back on your adventure in Osterøy.
I'm on my way back to Bergen, but I thought, you know what? This must be the perfect place to end this video. So if you like this video, please consider subscribing and let us know in the comments below if you want us to make more videos like this.